Alright guys, I appreciate everybody taking time to consider my X5 here. It went live a little quicker than I anticipated, so I didn't get a chance to do my walk around, which we are doing now. And then we're going to go ahead and go through the interior, and I'm going to demonstrate best that I can that everything functions on the vehicle. So the main cosmetics I want to point out, there is a dent right here, and for orientation there is the driver's rear door. I don't know what, I got it like this. A PDR guy could probably get to it. I don't want to say either way simply because I don't know. So it has a matte set of Firestone destinations on it. The date codes are a year or two between. Sometimes the reason behind that is the tires were all probably done at the same time, but maybe one was at a 1 year older date code or something. Just sat on the shelf before it was sold. The wheels have, I don't think any of the wheels have any curbing. We'll go around and take a closer look at the passenger side. So there was a question about the hood. There are no dents, scratches, anything like that on the hood. I think what was seen in picture 41 was a reflection where I was taking those pictures at. So we do have, well, I say no scratches. So we do have some paint. I'm going to say chip. That's more like a scrape. What I believe happened was the car had PPF on it, and when PPF gets old it looks terrible. So the owner at the time, maybe they tried to do it themselves, or maybe they took it somewhere and they nicked the paint in a few places, which is unfortunate. I've taken old PPF off. It is really hard to do, especially when it gets old. That's a bug. That is not. So there's like let's say 7 or 8 nicks in the paint on the hood, but as far as picture 41 goes, that is a reflection of what's being seen. I believe it's in this area right here, the way the hood slopes, because as I walk away you can see that reflection come back in. I can see it. I don't know if it's coming through on my video, but anyway, the hood is not dented or scratched other than those nicks at the front. I want to make sure everybody's on the same page there. So on the passenger side, let's see. Yeah, okay, this is a wheel. There is a nick in the finish right there, and we have the fancy little BMW valve stem caps. Alright, we're going to keep going around here to the back. Now we're going to demonstrate the power tailgate. I think if the vehicle is locked, I'm not sure if it's going to release. We're going to find out here. Yeah, so I have to go ahead and unlock. And we're going to do the hood while we're in here. Well, here's the best way to demonstrate. We're going to hit the button on the inside. Okay. So we did the cold start, but now we're going to do basically just an engine running at temp, at idle. I'm going to shut up for a second. Oh, and I did have the, see, I had the headlights refinished. They came out really good. Okay, so then rear hatch area. And it does have the two-piece tailgate. So I wanted to talk about this real quick. This was not a spare tire car. Meaning, this didn't come with the car. It's funny, we're talking about the V8s and, you know, how this is the 6-cylinder, much more reliable motor. I bought an 09 V8 with like 45,000 miles on it. It was smoking like a damn freight train. It was crazy, but that just shows you. So this spare tire kit was in that car, so I took it out. So this is an OEM spare tire, the jack, and then we got the little shock there to keep this guy up. And we have our tools back here. So this this is the hold down for the spare tire. But because this is not a spare tire car, there is no receptacle for the threads. So this is in here if you want to try to fashion a hold down, but it doesn't move. So I don't really think that's necessarily necessary, but you can if you want to. Then the power hat to close. And I have the one key, which does open the hatch when you hit on the fobber. It opens the hatch there. Okay, so let's do our light check that I always do. So that is just a reflector. There's no bulb in there. So you can see the xenons are working. Tail lights, all the LED strips are functional. Okay, we're gonna jump in the back seat real quick. Well, I'm gonna unlock it. Now we're gonna jump in the back seat real quick. Nothing much back here to demonstrate. We have the rear AC. It is nice and cold. We can do the windows from up front, which makes more sense. And we're gonna get inside because it feels like it's 500 degrees outside. Okay, so we're gonna go lights back to auto, hazards off. Okay, so we're gonna do windows. Okay, we're gonna do locks. Oh man, I feel like I'm a contortionist sometimes. Okay, we're gonna do our mirrors. Okay, we're gonna do our power fold mirrors. Okay, let's see what else we got here. So we have no messages, no error messages, any of that sort. Onboard computer. Check. Turn signals. Over there. Check. Cruise control. Check. Okay, wipers. And so it does have the auto wipers. That's a little A right there. We're gonna do our horn. All right. Let's see, moving through. Got our sun visor. All these various lights up here. So it does have the pano roof, and it does function. The shade is not sagging. The headliner is off. I want to point out the headliner back there, not coming down, which is a big plus. So if anybody's wondering, the sunroof stopping like that is normal. We're gonna close that because I feel like I'm in a freaking oven. Okay, so we've done everything over here. The iDrive system functions like it's supposed to. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. Back. Okay. So all of our services are caught up. We have no check control messages, which anybody who's a BMW guy knows. Seeing no check control messages, that I don't want to say that's rare, but it's pretty rare. So I also want to point out the glove box. So there we have our manuals. On a lot of these X5s, this portion of the glove box, this this covering, this cap, comes up. It comes, the glue fails, so when you open the glove box, it catches. It's kind of annoying. And then what I've done in the past, not on this one obviously, but I just take this off. But this one is actually good to go. So our climate, we have our heated seats, passenger heated seat, defrost, all our fan speeds, rear defrost, recirc, passenger, driver. We're leaving that on super cold because it is cooking right now. Okay, so we can turn off traction. I've never used this. I think it's for like a hill descent. It regulates your speed. That's the rear hatch. I wanted to point out the buttons. None of the soft touch is coming off on any of the buttons. Oh, crap. There's a truck behind us, so we gotta move out of the way here. Alright, we're almost done. Hang with me, guys. I gotta get out of the way so I don't get run over. Okay. So we did our iDrive. I also want to point out the covers here for the cup holder. Normally you're going to have these open because you want to use the 12 volt, you want to put your coffee and your drinks in here, but the covers are not ripped. And I think this is the first X5 I've seen where these covers are intact. So there you go. Not that this is a huge deal, but to me this just shows that the vehicle was taken care of. That's what that shows me. E-brake, pretty basic. Okay. The finish on the shifter is not cracked. Functions as it should. Oh, you know, I was wondering where this were. Oh goodness. So there's our auxiliary. And then the hinge here, the hinges here are intact. I did want to point out there's a little wear on the soft touch where the hinges right here where this contacts. You can see where it would contact that right there. All right. I guess we can do seats. Just demonstrate the seats works. So just back forward, up, down, seat back, and then my driver's seat. And then the steering wheel controls. Let's see.
Businesses here
so that's volume.
And the Low Country Light. Sweet Potatoes Kitchen, a southern-style soul food restaurant.
Voice control. I've never used that. I would imagine it's a pretty archaic system. You can change your radio stations here. Oh, this card does. This is Bluetooth? I honestly didn't think it did. Pair with the settings and iMenu. I'll be honest with you, I didn't think this had Bluetooth. I thought it was too old. Settings. Look at that. Good. Well, cool. I really didn't think this car had Bluetooth. I thought it was a little. Before that was. All right. So I also wanted to point out it does have the bigger iDrive screen because it has navigation. Not that anybody would use navigation on an 09 because we all just use our phones. But the BMWs from this era that did not have nav, the iDrive screen is much smaller, which I find to be a little annoying. So this has nav. You know, I'll be honest with you, I have no clue if it works. Please insert CD. I thought there was a CD in the back. Let's see if that's the nav CD. I'm curious. And if I've lost everybody in my video, that's also okay. I know these videos I make can be a lot. Oh no, this is like a welcome to BMW thing. So looks like we do not have a nav CD. But again, does anyone really use that? I'll be honest with you, I don't even know where it would go. Alright guys, so there you go. We're going to do one more, whoa, I'm sure to get run over. One more walk around here. And again, I wanted to comment on the hood. Other than the paint nicks from what I believe was removal of old PPF, the hood is not dented or anything along those lines. And I almost walked into a mailbox. That would have been kind of hilarious. Alright, we got a tree coming up. I'm just going to block the view for a second. Alright guys, we're pushing 20 minutes. I think that's pushing everyone's level of attention span. If you have questions, by all means, just let me know. And thanks.